In this video, we're going to be talking about routing external audio into FM8. Now, if your USB or FireWire interface has audio inputs on it, then you can actually do this in standalone mode if you want to. And what you need to do is, make sure that you connect your audio source, whatever that is, whether that's a mic preamp or a sampler or something like that, to the inputs on your audio interface. And then you'll want to go File and Audio and MIDI settings and just make sure on the routing that you've selected the right inputs on your audio interface. And in fact, if I hit master, you'll be able to see that my mic preamp is currently connected to my audio interface, so while I'm talking to you now, the input level is jumping up and down. However, the much more convenient and much more logical way to do it is to use FM8 as an effects plugin on your audio channels in your DAW. So to that effect, I'm going to open up Ableton Live. Now, don't worry if you're not an Ableton user, because literally everything I'm doing can be done in any DAW as long as it supports VST or RTAS or audio unit or core audio plugins like FM8. Okay, so this is an Ableton project with just one audio channel, and onto that channel I've dropped a bit of an a cappella of a song by the Skunk Boy Project, who happens to be my brother, which is why he's very kindly let me use a bit of his song.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you, searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes, who was at that.
So if I go ahead and drag FM8 effects here from my audio unit plugins onto this audio channel, initially we won't hear anything, but you can see on the input level the vocal coming in. What we need to do is go to expert mode and turn on this in device and then route it to the output.
So upset, but I do it for your love.
So now we've got audio running through FM8. Now this is really cool because what it means is that suddenly we're not restricted to just using our effects on FM8 synths. We can use our effects to process any audio we want.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you, searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes, who was at that moment I recognized I'm alive. I never really used to be a simple lad, I had mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas, my hopes, my fears back when I couldn't bear to hold back my tears. I know you like a cup of tea first thing, and I know you never really let the fake go ring. And when you sing out, feel on top of the world, and I know the way I cling to you was so upset, but I do it for.
So as you can see, FM8 is not just a synth, there's a whole suite of effects that we can use on anything, and we can grab any one of our effects templates.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you, searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes, who was at that moment I recognized I'm alive. I never really used to be a simple lad, I had mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas, my hopes, my fears back when I couldn't bear to hold back my tears. I know you like a cup of tea first thing, and I know you never really let the fake go ring. When you sing out, feel on top of the world, and I know the way I cling to you was so upset, but I do it for your love.
Now you may remember that in the browser, not only can we search for instruments, we can also search for effects if we click effects. And effects have attributes just the same as instruments do, so we could say we're looking for a delay, or an amp simulator.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you, searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes, who was at that moment I recognized.
And of course, we can save our own effect presets. So if I go File and New, don't forget to go to the expert page and route it through to the output. So if I drop in a side delay,
I was naive in my youth the first time I
sync it to the tempo.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you, searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes, who was at that moment I recognized I'm alive. I never really used to be a simple lad, I had mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas, my hopes, my fears back when I couldn't bear to hold back my tears. I know you like a cup of tea first thing, and I know you never really let the fake go ring. And when you sing out,
maybe give it a bit of shelving EQ, cut the low frequencies.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you, searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes, who was at that moment.
Turn up the dry wet a little bit. Now we can go on to attributes. and we want to click Effects. And it's a delay, and it's multi-tap, and it's for a vocal, and we can give it an author, give it a colour if we want to, and I'm going to save it as stereo slapback. So FM8 is not just a synth, it's also an effect, but this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what we can do with this little in module, because it's on the FM matrix, which means that we can route it as a carrier to other operators, or we can route operators as modulators to it. So if I create a new sound and create a MIDI channel in Ableton, I'm going to route it to the vocal channel, make sure it's armed, so you see it's going to our FM8. And now if I play my MIDI keyboard, you'll see that we're controlling FM8. And I'm going to get rid of that routing, turn on our input, route that to the output, and I'm going to route operator F as a modulator to our incoming audio.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you. Searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes. It was at that moment I recognized I'm alive. I never really used to be a simple lad. Head mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas. My hopes, my fears back when I couldn't bear to hold back my tears. I know you like a cup of tea first thing, and I know you never really let the fake go ring. I think you were so upset, but I do it for your love.
So we're actually modulating the frequency of our incoming audio using one of our operators. And we can reverse that if we want to. We can modulate operator F using our incoming audio.
The first time I recognized I loved you. Searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes. It was at that moment I recognized I'm alive. I never really used to be so bad. Head mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas.
Obviously it gets more mad and more chaotic the more you turn the frequency modulation up. Sounds a lot like a Dalek, doesn't it? And you know, we can route our incoming audio into the filter if we want to, so if I turn on operator Z,
I'm alive, I never really used to be a simple lad. Head mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas. My hopes, my fears back when I couldn't bear to hold back my tears. I know you like a cup of tea first thing, and I know you never really let the fake gold ring. And when you sing, I feel on top of the world, and I know the way I cling to you was so absurd, but I do it for your love.
Also, you may remember from the video we did on the modulation matrix that our incoming audio envelope is actually a potential source of modulation. So I could actually start modulating the filter cutoff with our audio.
I was naive in my youth the first time I recognized I loved you. Searching for your face, trying to catch your eyes. It was at that moment I recognized I'm alive. I never really used to be a simple lad. Head mixed up with 1,000 bad ideas. My hopes, my fears back when I couldn't bear to hold back my tears. I know you like a cup of tea first thing, and I know you never really let the fake go ring. And when you sing, I feel on top of the world, and I know the way I cling to you was so absurd, but
So there's a lot of really interesting mad stuff you can do when you're routing external audio into FM8. So have a play around with that, it's good fun. In the next video we're going to take a more detailed look at the XY morph pad, and we're going to explore exactly what parameters can and can't be changed with it.